Alright. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Revelation Space. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Trevor, and we're back with our world-renowned series.
Yep, I know we are very
Late on the last episode.
but that's life, suck it up. No, kidding. I know we're very late on our episode, but
We had like Christmas specials and
Christmas
whatnot.
specials.
What have
you
you.
guys get ready, guys.
We're on the game.
We're making a comeback again. I feel like New Year we're gonna be very
New year, new book.
New Year.
We gotta finish the old book,
We
but
will finish. We're gonna finish this very soon, actually.
yeah,
We have a new book coming up.
we do.
No
we
spoilers,
do.
no spoilers, no spoilers.
It's not the next Revelation
We're
Space.
opening up our fan base.
Exactly. I mean, the next Revelation Space, I think we're doing Chasm City, though I can't decide between Chasm City and Redemption Arc, but we're also going to do, in the middle of that, a different book.
I'm so excited. Alright, well, getting back into this chapter.
So Calvin and Sylveste are doing surgery on the captain. Calvin mainly using Sylveste's body, and Calvin
Like a sock puppet.
exactly like a sock puppet. And so Calvin goes, "Hey Sylveste, I have something to tell you." He's like, "What?" Now's not a good time. He's like, "It's about this operation." He's like, "All right, what is it?" And he's like, "I don't think we are meant to save the captain." And Sylveste is like, "What? What do you mean?" He's like, "I think that
Sajaki.
Sergey doesn't want us to actually heal the captain. I think he's just stalling, like saying, oh, we need to go on this big old long expedition to find Calvin and Sylveste in order to heal the captain because, we want him saved." But really he's just stalling for more time.
To be like the temporary captain.
Exactly. And so yeah, because he was saying like, "Oh, I know Sajaki, he used to be very loyal and very, a little bit smart, so why is he trying so hard for this captain that looks very, very ill?" So that's his theory. But again, that's just, a film theory.
Yeah, he's also noticing that like some of the efforts that they've taken, it seems like Sergaki's kind of sabotaged them, like letting the captain kind of warm up or breaking the drone that's supposed to take samples. And he shares this information with Volyova, who kind of gets drawn into it because she's not having a great time with Sajaki right now. She refuses to get like drawn into it because she does not want to be like in a revolt yet.
Curry and Volyova, they're trying to piece together who the mademoiselle is. And they go into this lady, or how do they...
Volyova's analyzing a shard that they took out of Curry a long time ago, like when she first boarded the ship, and it's a message from Valesyan, who was the person who kidnapped her in the first place, and to tell him, she's like, okay, what does this tell us about the mademoiselle? And they're like, there's some weird stress patterns on there, and then eventually Volyova figures out this belongs to a ship, specifically the one that visited Lascaux Shroud when Sylveste and Lefebvre went to go get it. Since it's warped, she's assuming that this is the ship that broke up, and so maybe it's Lefebvre that is the mademoiselle. And she was only in a palanquin box because she had gruesome injuries that she did not want to show the world from being shredded by the shroud.
Yeah, so she's not actually a hermetic or like what she thought in the beginning. She's kind of just very, very... What did they say? They said shredded.
Yeah,
Very
like
shredded.
because the shrouds like shred anything with the gravitational forces. So maybe it's like the equivalent of putting a bag over her head. She's just like in a palanquin box to seal herself off from the world.
I think a lot of people should do that. If they're very ugly, I think they should just accept it and you know what I mean? Not us though.
Hot takes that get us
Hot
banned.
takes. So me and Trevor, I know we hide behind the camera but
But we are actually very
we are
attractive.
two very confident people.
Confident in our appearance. We
Confident.
definitely don't have to wear a bag when I go
Definitely.
outside and
Yeah,
I get made fun. I mean, when I don't get made fun of. When I.
Yup.
Yep. So, anyways.
Anyway.
They think they figured out that this mademoiselle is Lefebvre, the woman who Sylveste thought he killed in the beginning of the book, all those years ago. But why does she want him dead? Well, it's obvious that he's going to do the inhibitor thing, but why her? Why is she the one who's seeking this out? One last thing for this chapter. Volyova's weapon, or, the ship, the Lorien that she's refitting to be a weapon, is about ready to attack Cerberus. The ship has been fitted out with viruses, with tons of armor, with weapons, and they're going to use the cache weapons to pummel the surface so the ship, named the Bridgehead, can now puncture through the surface of the planet.
Chapter 25.
Chapter 25. Where did we leave off?
We left off with a bunch of uncertainty in the ship. We have pretty much pinned Sajaki as a saboteur. A saboteur? Yeah, whatever they say. He's a saboteur. He's a Sagittarius A-star. And he has been sabotaging the captain. And Volyova's plague medicine didn't work. And yeah, they pretty much just pinned on Sajaki. But we are lacking a motive. Now, the motive that we're kind of settling on is that he doesn't want the captain to come back because he's in charge, so he's going to just keep prolonging the captain's sickness so he never gets better. And so now he's talking about alien medicine. He's like, we can't combat this with human medicine, let's do alien medicine as long as it takes, guys, to the ends of the universe. You and us, nostalgia for infinity, for forever and ever, 100 years.
That's so cute.
100 years, guys. Let's keep going.
Some people can't move on, and that's okay.
Some people need to
People heal differently at the expense of other people, but
people need to legitimize their rule through autocracy.
alien medicine, that's so cool.
Yeah, though he's just pulling it out of nowhere. So Calvin really does not Calvin's in Sylveste's head now. He's
he's underneath his skin.
He lives rent free.
He's crawling out. Scratch. If you scratch hard enough, he can come out. There's a trigger warning to anyone with some sort of mental demons. I don't know. Some sort of demons.
He's basically the equivalent of having your ancestor in your head, except we know that's not his ancestor. It's his cloned dad. Or,
Does he know it's his clone yet? No.
He does not know he's a clone. Pretty much everyone knows. It's we're not telling him for his own benefit.
I'd be so embarrassed that people knew something so important and they didn't tell me. They were just
and I was the only one who didn't know.
Exactly. How fake friends, honestly, but also. And
Calvin's basically kind of speaking. He's like the angel on his shoulder. He's talking into his ear, giving his advice, even though Sylveste is reluctant to take it, but they're pretty much turning on Sajaki, and they're going to, he's like, great, I can work on doing the alien stuff with the planet, but no one else wants that. We have Sylveste's wife, and
whoa, who?
We have Pascal, we have Volyova, and we have Curry, and now they're all conspiring to stop. I mean, they don't really care about the captain getting healed, but they want to stop the alien menace because Curry has told them about the Dawn War, and Pascal has told Volyova about Sunstealer, and that's quite the predicament because Sunstealer was a alien in the past on Resurgam, one of the Amarantin. So how would Volyova have any notion of what Sunstealer is when she is a star system apart? Very creepy, very mysterious. And Pascal kind of leans into her archaeology on who Sunstealer was. He's that statue that they found in the alien city, and she says that they're the banished ones, that they decided to take back their wings, which was against their religion. They took back their wings and they left the planet. and Sunstealer was the leader. And they were separated from the rest of Amarantin for a period of time, though it's not yet specified.
I like this. I like the backstory. Or like chunks of story.
Halfway that time, it's all coming together.
I know, finally.
Finally,
I say that all the time, but...
Well, yeah, it's just the different storylines. You know how it is.
I know. I wish everything could just be together, mashed together, blended.
Well, that's going to be the best part at the end of the book, when everything is together.
Just a reason for you guys to keep listening.
Exactly.
Duh.
Now they're talking about stopping the weapon, the ship, the bridgehead that they're going to use to puncture the skin of the planet. They're also about to soften up the targets with the cash weapons. Also, they've gone to the armory and started to print out some weapons for a possible future mutiny.
They got like a big old 3D printer in the back.
Yeah, printing out guns, which is something that we can do today, guys, actually. Technology has caught up with the book. We can now start printing out guns. I don't know if we can print out like plasma launchers, but we can, it's definitely within our grasp today. So, like it or not, welcome to the future. But they're printing out these guns, getting ready for armed rebellion, maybe mutiny. So a lot of things happening this chapter, which leads us into the next chapter. Welcome back, guys. We're talking about chapter 26 now, and things are heating up, wouldn't you say?
As we've been saying.
This whole book, things have been sizzling on the grill.
A steady, constant sizzle.
Yeah, and so I think we have a plot hatching between the women of the group.
The girly pops. The girly pops are becoming, what's it called?
They're becoming organized.
They're plotting.
They're scheming. And they're, I don't know, they're arming up. Curry is printing out guns, as we mentioned.
3D. Oh yeah, I remember our last conversation about 3D printing weapons.
Yeah, the warchive, it's actually kind of cool. It's a warchive, so it has an archive of everything used in war. So,
so exciting.
Cutesy name. It has everything from a blunderbuss all the way up to plasma weapons. Awesome.
Whoa. You think they got like machetes and stuff? Like
I don't
a katana.
know.
That'd be so cool.
I don't know.
Like their version of a katana, like very upgraded and modded.
I feel like that'd be a Sajaki. He pulls it out of his staff.
Who has nunchucks? There's always somebody who has nunchucks. I feel like Sylveste looks like the type. He's the type to have
has a stick.
Oh. Like Ninja Turtles.
Exactly. And they're heading up to the bridge, or Curry's about to head up to the bridge. And things are about to come to a head, as one might say. The bridgehead is about to hit Cerberus. It's about to hit the planet. And the cash weapons are now being put out to start the orbital bombardment of the planet. Very nervous. There are suspicions, though. Sajaki is grumbling about having to stop his trawling. And he's like, what's the use of having Curry around if she's not going to be manning the big guns? And she's like, no, she's down there, she's all good. Meanwhile, she's printing guns. Dan Sylveste now kind of has Calvin Sylveste reading his mind because he's now in his head. No one else can hear Calvin. Calvin just speaks to Dan, and Dan only has to think now in order for Calvin to hear him. Very creepy.
Ooh, now they can have like some secrets and stuff going on. I feel like this is gonna come in handy. I feel like there's gonna be a thing coming up where they're gonna have to speak to each other and telepathically or share their minds. Clever writing. Clever.